Offer Vasco help.
Desarde, I'd like to know more about my family. I need to know what became of them. Could you accompany me to see Lady Morange? I'm afraid that without you, she may refuse to give me any information.
Yep, let's do it now.
All right, Vasco. Let's go see Lady Lorraine Morange.
Do I have my item from thingies yet? Oh, there it is. A tan robe. That's more armor, a little less balance, more poison resist. No lockpicking though. It does look cool. I wonder if we give that to Vasco. We don't care if he has lockpicking. Or do we give it to... Probably not Kurt. Can Kurt take this axe? That's really good when you're here. You can, like, give them all the items here. Oh, great. Okay. That's a huge improvement for her. It's only a small one for everyone else. Oh, is she wearing soldier's gloves? That can't be right. She was not wearing boots. Oh, she's got a cape. No, she can't have a cape, but I can have a cape, right? Heck yeah. Okay. We don't have any more boots we can use. Oh, these are stuff that's in our chest. So it's not including stuff that we're wearing. So we should actually put everything in the chest. Okay, let's do this. Inventory. I'm going to hold on to the ring because we know we're using that. Let's put that in the chest. Put that in the chest. That's what we're wearing. Why did we not equip the tin robe on what's-her-face? Oh, I don't think we can equip it from there. But we can take it out from there. Right, that's what we can do. It's a shame that you can't equip it from the chest. That would be heaps better. And if it didn't change what category you're in when you take stuff out, because that's a little annoying. Can we sell everything at that merchant? Wait, we did equip that though. Alright, Siora. If I go like this. Right, you can compare it, but I can't give it to her from here. Okay, so all I can do is change to us. I don't think we wanted to be wearing anything else. We wanted to swap Ziora's. Oh, she's got a that's 96 and 60. That's showing us down. It was comparing it to ours. Was it? Oh, he's got that. Hers. Okay, there we go. Kurt can wear that. So let's give him that. Gear is hard. Now, does this merchant buy stuff? Oh, look at the rings. Oh, this is going to be much quicker as well. Because you don't have to actually have him say, oh, what can I help you with? Blah, 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 blah. But we do need to... Hey, Joe Free, how you doing, man? We do need to put everything in our inventory. No, so that's the chest. I need strength too, look at it though. It's one-handed blade, so we'll keep a one-handed blade. Oh, 208. So we'll keep that one. Oh, that's what we're keeping. I want to see if Kurt can use that. Oh, we can use that. Except the one we have is no magical damage. I want to compare with my other weapon. There we go. So just in case we ever get into melee, we'll have that one on us. And we're going to sell those two. I'm going to sell that. I think we're selling all of these. There is a cloak. Why can't we be wearing a cloak? What's my opinion on the game? I love it. It's great. I think it's just what I needed. Okay, Blunt War Axe is 135.20. Whereas that's 137.25. So that's a little bit better. So we'll sell that. I cannot sell it because we've got it equipped. And we can't equip it because... reasons. I think the stone needle is what we're keeping. We're keeping that one. We've got lockpicking, so we don't need this one anymore. We're wearing a sailor's one, so we don't need another one of those. We don't care about the tracker's tunic or the hunter's tunic. Or the grey items. We want to wear the guard cape. Like, the only issue is that, yeah, doing the equipment is a little tedious, because you can't equip and sell, or equip from your chest, or unequip and put in your chest at the same point, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the worst. Okay, so we've got the best stuff on us. They have the best stuff. Kurt might have we might have a better weapon for Kurt. No. Really? Wait. Oh, he can use that one though. It's got very little stun chance. I thought we had a better weapon that he could have. Hopefully there's combat soon. We've had a fair bit of combat. It was pretty good. Oh, it's the large blunt axe. Okay, so let's compare that to Kurt's weapon. Kurt? Kurt? There you go. Okay, so it's bigger armor damage, less physical damage, slightly lower stun. I think that's still better for him to have, though. He can't use that one yet. No. Right. So then we give it to Kurt. Eventually. We've got a 210 saber, which is one-handed blades, agility 1, and we're going to sell that one and the Z. Okay, I think we're good. What if we buy anything? We've got a bunch of gold. Can we use that? We can. It's not that much good for us though. No, let's not do that. Let's just sell these. Call that a day. Well, call that a day at the merchant. And then on our way. Alright. Okay, we need to go see Constantine. Oh, I like that coat. That cloak. Yes, hello. One of the best things I've noticed so far is all the quests have been very suited for story, no, just go kill these amount of things. No, just go fetch stuff. Like, the closest thing we had to do was find some sleeping potions, which we just went to a merchant and bought them. But it was for story-driven, like what we're going to do. And then we didn't get to use them because we couldn't
You have
convince
returned to me.
the dude to put it in the
Your
line.
absence was sorely felt. We don't appear to be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep? No. Nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
Put the kettle on while I do this thing.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and the battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately. and we are recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their undertakings. Rest assured.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. The ruins were quite strange. We discovered a fresco that I'm certain was crafted by continental hands.
Really? And how ancient are these ruins? Could they date back to the first landings of the Bridge Alliance?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always known them.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them, about a people from the sea that were vanquished there.
Do you think it was the Nords?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older customs. This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her. Perhaps she could tell us more about them.
Very well.
Anything else?
That's convenient because we need to go speak to her anyway. Yeah, so there's not like you don't.
I'm going to leave
get this
now.
massive quest
Goodbye,
log,
Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
which is good. But we do have a few quests to do. Like there's the two main quests. This one has 2 things we need to do, which will probably branch off into their own things. And then we've got some side quests. We haven't gotten any missions yet. I wish you could see ones that we'd completed, but like one of the quests we had like 10 points in it, and you only do one at a time. Well, there was one of them that you solved one, and then you got 3 things you could do in any order, and once we completed all 3, then there was a 4th one. But they're all relative to actually progressing a little story. There was no, just that random, just go do some, like, can you go get the washing from the back line of 5 of my neighbours type of things. And I've got no problem with the sort of the traveling adventurer quests where you come across the old guy and he's like, oh man, I need to get into the mines, but there's rats there. If you could clear out 10 of them, maybe I could get through. Like, I love that stuff. But it's really nice when you just get good quality content instead of that, you know? Lady Morange. And there are a lot of people that don't like those quests. So she's downstairs. We'll go this way. And I think one of the things that I really like when a game does it well is that I would gladly substitute lots of uninteractive combat for more walking around and meaningful dialogues and doing things. Yeah, there's still a good amount of combat, but more importantly, the combat is engaging. Whereas if you look at something like the typical sort of RPG style combat where like it's not really combat, it's just you're going through the motions of just spamming your abilities and killing stuff, like the WoW style combat or Diablo style combat, where most of it is just there as fill. It doesn't seem to be that. There's a little bit of that in this because you've got to have random encounters, but the combat itself is. Hopefully, I get to show you something. Like the combat, it just feels really engaging. I really like the actual combat.
Good day, Lady Morange. Do you remember me?
Of course. Sir de Sardet, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
Well, we've got a bunch to go about. Let's go with the battlefield first. And while she's talking, I'll go pour my cup of tea.
What do you know about the ruins found to the northwest of here?
The site that the natives call Didakidnadagais.
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are speaking of the same place.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. To answer your question, I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. I noted the architecture and their decorations. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but they are more ancient. Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of the sea. My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but they're not known for building large towns, less so cities. There are other ruins on a cliff to the
What if
east
there's
of
a
here.
civilization under the water?
Perhaps they hide the key to this mystery. I hoped to organize an expedition, but the region is dangerous and hard of access. We explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access to the plateau. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you as much as me, it is in that direction that you should begin to look for answers. Can I help you with any other matter?
Yeah, the facial expressions are a little off. Also, because the lip sync is out, but I've been told that it's in sync in the French version, but not with the other languages. Can't confirm that because I don't have the French version, nor would but it's all fully voice acted, so you don't have to read anything, which is great, especially as a streamer.
We would like to have some information regarding an important family, the Darcys.
Well, I could tell you many things about them, but I suppose that you want to know something in particular?
Are there any members of this family on the island?
Indeed, Bastien Darcy, the son of the family, has been in New Serene for some time. Last I heard about it, he was doing business, but that doesn't help in knowing where he is. The Darcys' first attempt at establishing themselves on this island wasn't very fruitful, but I seem to recall that since then the son has found a competent associate who's been working here for a long time.
Perfect. Could you tell us where to find her?
Of course. Ask for a Madame Clerc near the warehouses on the port. That's where she normally is. I hope the Darcys are not in trouble.
Don't worry, madam. Their name was simply mentioned in some business discussions. We are thinking about becoming associates. We would like to know more about them to form an opinion.
If you ask me, you should forget this idea, Your Excellency. Their son is a poor business partner.
Why do you say that?
I do not mean to speak ill of him. Perhaps it would be better for you to form your own opinion.
Well, thank you for your help, madam.
Can I help you with any other matter?
We haven't spoken to her yet, have we? No.
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here.
Big beasts.
The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies.
Yeah, the Bridge Alliance I'm not liking very
action
much.
Could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war.
Yeah, she was the former governor here. Our cousin has replaced her.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Not through any fault of her own, but our cousin's father, which I guess would be our uncle, probably didn't want our cousin around anymore, so made him governor of this island, and then sent him packing. Alright, where are we going? That's the ancient ruins. But we want to Vasco's one. Which I believe will be down at the... Is that down at the docks? It's just through there, okay.
Come closer, good people.
No.
The cure in-
Can I help you? Are you here to do business?
Are you Madam Clerk?
We would like to meet with your associate, Mr. Darcy.
Bastian? I don't know where he is. I can't say that he often graces us with his presence.
You don't have the slightest idea where he is?
I am not his caretaker, you know.
You don't seem to hold him in high regard.
Listen, my relationship with my associate is no one else's concern. And if you didn't come to do business, well...
Whoa, okay. We got 2 insight here. Or we could offer a bribe. Now let's go for the...
In truth, we're here to collect a hefty sum. You're
Successful.
associates, are you not? We could make you pay in his stead.
Oh, God. Why did I make an agreement with this family? This Bastian has brought me nothing but trouble. He was supposed to go to Hikmet to deal with one of our clients. But I didn't receive any news from him after his departure. And given his tendency to get himself into impossible situations, I didn't try to get any.
Who is this client?
His name is Ferrat. You'll find him in the Alchemist District. I'll write this down.
You think something may have happened to him there?
His mission wasn't very complicated. He had to pay for a valuable shipment and take charge of it. But with Bastian, anything is possible.
Thank you, madam.
So that was a 2 on intuition. It's not very clear if that's level 2 required, and that's what we had. So it was green. That's the best to sort of put it I could see. So I guess if you didn't want to risk anything and you were lonely level 1 intuition and you were going to level up and put points in it, you know, it gives you that sort of option maybe to come back. But we'd hit it, so it's a positive outcome instead of risking a chance on a 50-50. And the bribe was green, so that's sort of telling us it will work. Apparently people like monies. Where is that guy? Find Master Ferrat, Bastian Darcy's client. Is that somewhere in the world map? Well, that's all the way up there. Alright, we won't be doing that one straight away. We do have to get to Hikmet eventually. There is also, we need to get over this way. But I want to, we definitely want to explore the rest of that. Plus we can do some fighting along the way. We like to fight. Yeah, let's do, I think we'll go that way then. Which means we'll be heading out that way. Go to the mine. If we had level 1 science, where's the nearest travel point from here? I think we're actually fastest walking up that way. There should be some combat just through here then.